Well, yes, yes, yes. It is the 30. Welcome to the 30. This is your host, Patrick. Wow, 29th, December 29th. Can you believe it? We have almost made it to another year. And I want to certainly thank you. This is episode 129 of the 30. If this is your first time viewing our show, it's a weekly broadcast where we focus on providing valuable information that will help to enhance your personal and professional lives. I am your host, and tonight I have some guests with me. I'm excited. For the past month and a half, you've seen my face, and I've been talking about coaching and training and mentoring. And tonight we get to celebrate 2022, but more importantly, we talk about plans for 2023. So we have a lot to talk about. I have three wonderful guests. We are all part of what we call the Virtual Summiteers group led by none other than Erica Bates. So I'm going to bring her in first and have her introduce herself to you. Erica, welcome to the 30.
Hello. Thank you for having me.
Oh, it's certainly a pleasure. Thank you for accepting to come on all the way from South Carolina.
Yeah.
What's the
Best state in the
temperature?
whole union.
Oh, yeah. Okay, sure. What's the temperature like in South Carolina?
It is 55 degrees.
Uh, and what was it like earlier this week? Just say that it was cold.
It was cold. It was like 46.
All
So
right. So that's yeah, good. 46. Yeah, that's still warm to us up north. But thank you for being here. I greatly appreciate you and all that you continue to do for the virtual space. And next, let's bring in, I think she's also in South Carolina, but who knows? She could be anywhere in the world. Let's welcome Elle. Elle, how are you?
Hi, Patrick. Hi, Erica.
Elle, where are you? Are you in South Carolina?
Yes, I'm in South Carolina today.
Okay. All right. Great. Well, welcome. And
Thanks.
you haven't seen this lady yet, but I'm telling you, she's a powerhouse. So I'm gonna welcome her. Zakia. Zakia, welcome to the 30. This is your first time.
First time. Hi, everyone.
So Zakia, where are you located?
Philadelphia in Pennsylvania.
Ah, Philly. We almost were there last weekend to see the Philly versus
Cowboys?
the Clippers.
Oh, Clippers. Oh, basketball. Got it.
Yeah, basketball. But because of the weather, of course, we couldn't make it there.
No.
Well, welcome to the 30. I am so pleased to have you as I go around. And let's start with Zakia first, and then Elle, and then Erica. So Zakia, tell our viewers and listeners what you do and who you are.
Yeah, that's always the tricky question. We talk about that quite a bit, but I am an instructional designer by trade, and I produce virtual and hybrid conferences. I'm also the leader of Soap Nation, where I live stream making your own handmade soap, teaching people how to do that, as well as bringing their business online with online stores, live streaming, and social media. So there's a couple of things wound up in there, but all of them kind of interact and intersect with the idea of community. How do you stay connected online?
Great. And how long have you been doing that, Zakia?
It's been a progression. So I've been in instructional design since 2002. So 20 years of building learning and development programs. And then the soap making came about in 2015 when I stumbled on an app called Periscope that allowed me to share my live streaming abilities or my soap making hobby that turned into a business. And then the pandemic hit. And I know that seems like the go-to sentence for most people, but I had the opportunity to pivot and start producing virtual conferences with those lessons learned.
Now, soap making, what type of soaps do you make? And I'm going to, because I know that you're coming back on the show in 2023, but give us a quick preview.
The most amazing, luxurious handcrafted soap. It's plant-based. I'm the author of the Vegan Soap Cookbook. So all plant-based ingredients. We're talking coconut oil, olive oil, palm oil, and we make it live so you can see all of those ingredients, the process, and how we go about cutting it. And then you actually get a chance to see me package and ship your product live.
That's pretty cool. So that's pretty exciting.
Yeah.
When you come back, I know that you're going to tell us all about what you do. Maybe give us some kind of quick demo or something. Back, I think you're coming in March, right?
Yes, the end of March.
Okay, great. So hold tight. Let's go over to Elle. Elle, you've been here before, but for our new viewers and listeners, who's Elle and what does Elle do?
That is the craziest question, and that you will ask all of us today, because I think that we all are multifaceted individuals. So what I am, I would say, most known for probably is for my ability to help professional athletes to recover from injuries much faster than they typically do. We specialize in athletes that are tenured, that would like to extend their careers, that are suffering from old injuries, that are stealing their elite level of skill.
Here, let me bring Elle back in. I think I lost her. Okay, there she is. There she is. All right, so that's pretty neat, Elle. So how long have you been doing this? I know this is something that you are branching off into because you've done many other things, but how long have you been working in this area?
I have been a microcurrent specialist for the last 14 years now, I guess. Hi, Zakia.
You have, there we go.
I keep bringing Zakia up.
She's so pretty. Oh, let me tell you, Patrick. Me and my daughter was in here jamming on your intro music. We love it.
Oh, cool.
Yes, that was good.
So you said 13 years, the last 13 years.
Well, I guess it's about to be, technically it's 14 years, but yes. I mean, I've been using microcurrent since the 80s. That was a long time ago. And, but I became a specialist. And then I think about 2014, I became a master. And since then I've become a quadruple master, which is pretty crazy to know and to think. But, I have figured out how to utilize microcurrent therapy to actually improve your ability to heal at a much faster rate than even typically, because microcurrent by itself helps you heal faster anyway. So it's more of a targeted situation, so that we're able to go in and fix a specific thing versus a general thing. So it makes it a lot more effective and just kind of targeted is what I was trying to say. It's just like, it's done today. It doesn't take weeks. It's like a few days.
All right. And I know I think you said offline, you have something special coming out in 2023. We'll talk about that. And I know that you're going to come back also in 2023, and
Yes.
We'll give you the whole time to talk about what you're doing. So thanks for being here. Last but not least, Erica from South Carolina. Tell us who you are. You were with us maybe a couple months ago, but every year on this show, we've had you on to kick off the new year.
I'm glad. I think this is like my fourth time to be here, and I'm very happy and excited every time that you invite me on. So I want to let you know that I appreciate that. I want to say thank you. So, you asked me what I do.
Yep.
I am a virtual summit strategist. I help you set up your virtual event space. You tell me your goals. I set up a platform according to your goals, and we hit the ground running, and we can win a race blindfolded because we know our goals. That goals are very important to complete a successful virtual event.
And you just led us right into it, right? In terms of goals, this is a perfect setup. So what I've asked my guest here is a couple of questions, and I'm going to throw it out, and anyone can jump in. The first one was, as we look to end this year, 2022, what is one thing you learned from everything that you have been doing professionally? One thing that you have learned in 2022. So I'll ask each person that. So, someone just jump in and go first.
Automation. Automation
Automation.
is my friend. Automation can be your friend. Set it up one time, let it go, let it run for you. Automation is like the best thing I found this year.
Awesome. Cool. Thanks, Erica. Would like
And
to go next?
sure, I
Zakia?
can. I would say I learned the importance of staying top of mind with my clients. Where I think I took, so there's the technical and the operation in the business of doing the business, but there's also that relationship building with the clients that I think falls by the wayside when we get so busy in the day to day. So I think that was a real eye opener for me. Those clients that I kept a strong relationship with, they referred people, they came back for repeat and all of that. So I think staying top of mind was something that, and I think that's informing my 2023 goals.
Okay, great. Thank you, Zakia. Elle, one thing you learned from 2022.
Well, I learned that the rice method was debunked after I have been fighting and fighting and fighting about telling people that the only thing that can heal your body is your blood. And so if you cool down your blood, it can't heal. So we were able to, I found out that Gary Reinl wrote a book about it, and that there's a whole movement about informing the rest of the world that icing your injuries is bad.
Okay. Oh, wow. All right. Never knew that, but thank you for that. All right. So let's move on to my next question that I asked you was this. Give me one goal that you set in 2022, one goal that was set in 2022 that you accomplished, that you knocked out of the park.
I can start. I wouldn't say
Right.
knocked out of the park, but what I did was I implemented a new software as a service, which is MoveBackstage. It was from the lessons of doing the virtual and hybrid events. And so it was a goal to have it launched in 2022, but there's so much more that needs to happen behind that. But it was a goal that was accomplished. So I'm excited about that.
Okay. That's good. Thank you. Great job. Let's see. Elle, you're up. One goal that you had set in 2022 that you accomplished.
Oh my gosh, there are a lot of them, but I guess the thing that I'm working on right now that I will have accomplished by tomorrow is I will officially be a certified stretch and flexibility coach for the National Association of Sports Medicine.
Very nice. Congratulations. That's
Thank you.
That's great. So you guys are doing it up. Congrats. Erica, one goal that you set in 2022 that you accomplished or you knocked it out of the park.
And I first say that I am excited about Move Backstage and that Elle is about to accomplish this goal within 1 week. So like, wow. And my goal was to work with at least a minimum of 10 companies, and I did that. And it's it's made me excited to run or host more of my own events for myself so I can help others produce events for themselves.
Great. Congratulations. And Lisa says, congratulations. Shout out to her. And Lisa, if you want to come on, just let me know. We'll bring you on because I know that you had some goals. You had not just one book, but 2 books. So feel free. Just send me a text and I'll send you the link and you're welcome to come on and join us. All right. So let's move on. Let's talk about 2023. So we know 2023 is coming up with whether or not we like it, right? And we talk about goal setting. One of the things that Les Brown said, your goals are the roadmaps that guide you and show you what is possible for your life.
Mm.
So goal setting is critical. So when we talked earlier, we talked about the importance of setting goals, and I want you to outline one or two goals that you have written down and you're ready to go for 2023.
Okay,
So,
I'll go first this time. How
okay.
about that? So I don't do a year. Like all my everything for me is 90 days. So if anybody knows about my guy, um he's awesome. Just does the 90-day year. But so so my book will be published within the next 90 days. I wrote it earlier this year, but I wasn't ready for it to come out yet because I wanted to make sure that I had everything kind of set up for that. Um, let's see. And then so I also have set in motion um, the publishing of a major article to hit major platforms, major marketing outlets in the next week or so.
Okay. So you have so L, you have two very specific goals that you are working off of. And some people may say, well, why set goals, right? Why is it important to set goals? Why disappoint yourself? Because if you don't reach them, you're probably going to be disappointed and hurt. And what I say to that is if you don't set a goal, you don't know where you're going and when you get there. Zig Ziglar says goals enable you to do more for yourself and others too.
Yes, and Mary Kay said that if you want to, you know, reach for the moon, and if you don't, you'll should land among the stars. Right. So it's like you have to know at least what your potential destination would be.
Absolutely,
And
absolutely.
there's
So,
no reason why you can't. There's no reason why you can't accomplish your goals. I don't know why people think that that's a thing. If
well,
you have to set the goal and you set the things, and if just because you don't get to what you thought was your goal, you always can remodify and be like, okay, so I thought that's what I really wanted. Like I really, y'all, I want right now. What I want in my head is I want a G wagon. That's what I want. Now I'm going to go and I'm going to test drive this G wagon. And if it still rides like the first one that I drove and will have a problem, I don't want that. So I'm probably going to end up with something else. But right now, I got in my mind that I want a G wagon. But who knows? That might not happen. I'll be
but
happy if I get something good.
exactly, exactly. So let's say that the G wagon doesn't happen in the time frame because when we talk about setting goals, uh, number one, the goal has to be specific, right?
Yes.
You can't say that, oh, I'm going to dream about this. Oh, yeah, this is, yeah, I don't know. It has to be a very specific goal.
Right.
Number two, it has to be measurable. So we have to be able to measure the goal, right? Did you do it? Didn't you do it, right? And then the last one, you have to give it a time. So when do you hope to give this goal? Well, there's 90 days. When is 90 days? Is it January, February, March? March when? March 31st? Or is it by December 31st of 2023? So you got to goals combine all those three things: specific, measurable, and time bound.
Mm-hmm.
So anything outside of that is just a wish and a
Exactly.
dream.
Exactly.
So Zakia, give me one or two of your goals that you have set and ready to go for 2023.
Sure. I have one, and I was cheating for a moment because as you were giving her the SMART method, I said, wait, you don't have those added on there, so put it on there. So I have executed consistent content marketing strategy, leveraging AI and automation that generates daily posts on 3 platforms, Monday through Friday of each week.
Wow. Wow. So you are extremely specific, right?
Yes.
You know exactly when it's going to happen.
Yes.
When you're going to do it. So that's great. And that's what it's all about. I said this all the time. I haven't come across anyone that says, I want to be a failure. I don't want to be I don't want to be successful. We all want to be successful. We all want to accomplish things.
Yeah.
But Elle hit on something saying what, that she doesn't know why people don't accomplish or don't reach their goals. One of the reasons is, number one, they're fearful. And number two, they don't want to do the work.
Oh, see. I think that's always a thing for me. I always am so focused, right? Like I am like that is my thing. I'm like very goal oriented and very like result focused, right? So when I'm thinking about business and why people don't do this, and I never really stop and think, okay, so they don't want to do the work, or I think a lot of people get confused and they don't figure out how to move through the confusion, because that is a status of business growth. You have to figure out every day, like, what is the challenge that you're trying to overcome. So I don't know if it's always that they just don't want to do the work. I just think they get confused and don't know how.
Yeah, yeah, and that's a great point too, Elle, is that they don't know how to do it. So it's incumbent upon us, right, to really teach those that are in our communities, in our tribe, to how to execute, how to create a goal, and then what is a strategy and what is an action plan, and then how do we go about doing that? Because yeah, that's a great point, Elle, is that we don't know how to do it. We want to do it, but we don't know how. We need to have someone teach us how. So thank you for that great insight. Erica, what do you have? What's your goal for 2023? Goal or goals? I know it
Well,
has to do with something with technology.
yeah. Well, first, I want to point out, Elle wrote her book within 4 days, and I'm willing to bet my house that Zakia has already filled her schedule for the year. So,
So it's definitely realistic, right?
yeah. So my goals is to host a workshop in January, the 19th and 20th, then host 4 live free webinars for each quarter. After that, I've got my scheduler. I've told Zakia that I have a plan to put out content for a scheduler throughout the year, at least 4 times a day. So, yeah, I got a lot of tech that's going to run some automation for me.
Now you know that this is live. It'll be in replay, right? So what does that mean?
Accountability.
Accountability.
Yes.
Yeah.
Accountability. So
I already have those the workshop in January is coming up. We're going to do that. The webinars, they're already written on my calendar. I have content for them. So yay. I told Elle that I recently beat her record by writing a book within 20 minutes. And she asked me, did you use an AI writer? I was like, yes, I did. So, I love tech.
Let's see what. Let's go to my wife here. She says, "What a power packed panel of guests. Love this. Thank you."
Oh,
That's
so
sweet.
Lisa, and this is Elder Lisa. She says, I think when Elle was talking about her next week, she says you have a very eventful week coming up.
yes.
But if you know Elle, those that know Elle, yes, that's just her. She's just working. She just does it. So,
Oh yeah.
so let's talk about
Too, you guys.
let's talk about how, as we move forward in 2023, what are some of the things I know, as Zakia said, in terms of going nurturing or her community, being involved with her community. Erica, I know you have the virtual summiteers, and Elle is working with more health and that community. What are some of the things that you can tell our viewers and listeners someone that is hesitant in setting goals, or someone who is hesitant in executing on their goals, what are some of the things that you can tell them that will help them to get up and move?
I can start.
Sure.
There's that quote, and it's going to sound like a broken record, but it's very true. If you fail to plan, you're planning to fail. And I know sometimes for me, in struggling with getting started with doing a goal, it's because there is some kind of underlying fear that maybe you don't have the skills to do whatever that thing is, or maybe you're not 100% committed to it. So if you struggle as you are sitting down to write those goals, um, take a moment of introspection on what is it that you're truly trying to accomplish, and then are you truly brought into what that thing is? Because I know for me personally, there have always been times where I would set these really lofty goals because they sounded good. But then there would either be a piece of fear there that, like, who are you to do this particular thing? Or I needed an additional skill set to be able to even go a step further. So I would write it, but then there was no way for me to achieve it because I didn't have all of the necessary or prerequisite skills to do those things. So I would say understanding that when you're not planning, you're planning on failing. And then if you start running into issues, try and dig a little bit deeper on what's behind you actually taking action on them.
That's great. So it could be fear. It
Yeah.
could be maybe they don't believe in themselves, or they've failed at it previously, right? So there's always that root cause.
Yeah.
Great. Thank you. Erica, let's go to you.
When you said fear, it made me think, like I said, I have an event coming up in January, and I've known about this for a long time. And I've just been lollygagging, dragging my feet, doing anything but. And now that I realize that it's fear, I don't like outside things controlling me or telling me what to do or holding me back. So now I'm actually going to get to work because I want control of this vessel. Only I can make this vessel do what it do. No more fear holding me back or controlling my time and energy. I'm going to do what I want to do just because I said it.
There we go. Right. So, and that's a powerful statement, is that you're accepting, you realize where that growth opportunity is. You says, okay, no
I didn't
more.
realize it until you told me. That's what it was. I didn't
Right.
realize until you said it.
See what a 30 can do. Elle, what can you say to our listeners or our viewers who are hesitant to, number one, put pen to paper, and then to execute?
I think Zakia and Erica really said it. You know, there are too many things that we decide. You are setting goals if you aren't setting goals, right? Your goal is to not be successful, right? Your goal is to not accomplish what's in your mind that you want to do. So if you agree with the powers that negatively be to keep you held in spaces that are not going to help you accomplish what it is that you want to accomplish, then that's a choice too, right? So you gotta. Choices are made continually, regardless of it's going to take you where you want to go or where you don't.
That's powerful. Yeah. So we have one of two ways.
Yeah.
So where do you see yourself? So by 2023, so we talked about one goal that you had, and we know there are many different goals, right? There could be your professional goal, there's your spiritual goal, there's your personal goal. Personal can also be a part of your family goal, and if you're involved in community, it could be your, your community goal. Where do you see? Let's say it is. We do this show next year this time. Where do you see yourself in a
Well,
year's time?
I don't have no idea. Because for me, I can't even think. Like, I'm serious. Like, I literally chop everything into 90 days because I like to get a lot done in a short period of time because I like instant gratification. But I do know that part of my goal for this year is to help um, six other people to accomplish their specific business goals. So I have one client who is transitioning into coaching. Oh, Patrick, he might be good for you for your stuff. Oh, that would be great. Okay, so anyway, but he's transitioning into coaching. He's going to have his own podcast that I'm working on creating, and those kind of things. I have another person who is building a whole kind of network for women to be empowered. And so I have like several different things. So I feel like I have accomplished a lot in my lifetime. And it's time for me to kind of do something for other people. Like I'm not a group person, so like I could never be like Zakia to like lead the mantra of the world of soap. Like that would never be me. But I definitely want to help like a few people kind of become millionaires as well.
Good, good. So you serve others. That's good.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Marlene Jackson says, "Hello, Zakia."
Hey, Marlene, how are you? Fellow soap sister right there.
Oh, there we go. All right. Shout out to Marlene.
Hi, Marlene.
So, Zakia, a year from now,
Mm-hmm.
December 29th, 2023.
Oh man, and this is recorded and available for looking at it back then. All right, so it's twofold. The goal of Live Soap School has always been to raise the bar on economic empowerment, right? And so, similar to Elle, I've learned so much as I've been building my own online store and communities and all of that. So it's really to help those people who are handmade business owners to transition to the online space, whether that be with live streaming, their online stores, their social media marketing. That's really the mission driven work of what it is that I do. And then for the business side of what because that's the business, but the business side is to really start operating like a business, meaning having policies and procedures in place. I come from a training background, so there's no excuse not to have these things in line so that I can kind of pull away from the things that I don't like to do and really have it operating as a system. So it's kind of a holistic goal, but really getting back to the mission of why Live Soap School exists so that I can do the Veda stuff the way I'm supposed to.
That's great. Thank you.
Can I ask Zakia to do that for virtual event producers too?
Well, that's a part of Veda. So yeah. So, yeah.
There we go. Erica, 1 year from now.
I'm scared. I don't really believe in time. I can't see it outside my window. I can tell you that it's dark now and that it'll be light in a few moments later. I see things as I should do them now, or as you saw earlier, I get scared and I just drag my feet. There's really no such thing as time for me. But what I want to have completed by the next time I see you is that I host these 5 events, that I get my scheduler planned out, that I do the things that I say that I can do, because I want to be able to trust myself. Like if I tell you something, Patrick or Zakia or Elle, I'm going to actually do it because I told you I was going to do it. But when it comes to myself, it's like, nah. But I actually want to follow through for myself. So I'm going to do the things that I have written out, that I have planned and gave action steps to, so I can do this and follow through for myself. That's what I want for next year.
And you can do that, right? So you can do it. I have no doubt. I've seen you grown over the years and to where you are now. And I heard you on one of your shows saying you were scared during your first stream, like all of us. But look at you now. You do a stream almost every day, right? So going from being afraid to do your first stream, and now you're You're streaming every day.
Yeah.
5
It's like
times a week.
when I realized there's like some outside force trying to control this vessel, like, no, I can't have that. I once found that I had depression and I didn't know what it was. And I asked my husband, how do I get this off me? Because I was freaking out.
Mhm.
And he told me I need to ask my phone. I asked my phone. It told me I need to exercise. I need to drink water. You don't know how soon I did that because I really wanted that off me because I want to control this vessel because it's mine and I don't
Mhm.
want to share.
Okay. So as we end, I'm going to ask you for one word. What is your one word for 2023? And I want you to think about that, right? But I go back to, so you know me, I'm always looking in terms of what does the word say, right? So from a biblical standpoint, it talks about faith, the assurance of things hoped for, and a conviction of things not seen. So when you look at that, so don't be afraid. All of us have a level of fear. We all carry the level of fear in terms of, man, if I set this goal this high, am I going to get there? But that's what faith is all about, is believing that you will get there.
I like fear, y'all. It makes me know I'm doing the right thing.
Oh, your mic went low.
Oh, sorry. I was off mic. I apologize. I said I like fear because when I feel it, I'm like, oh yeah, I know I'm doing the right thing. Let me keep going. I'm like, it's like a compass. Like it's like, okay, fine, let's figure it out. What's the problem? And it's usually something that you can. It's like really trying to unwind the situation and look at all the elements and never allowing, like Erica said, something else to control your vessel, but also your mind and everything else around you. You know, it you just have to. I just I get excited when I get nervous or scared. I go
All
for
right.
it.
So as opposed to getting fearful, you get excited
Yes.
and go after it.
Uh-huh.
Fantastic. Good, 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 good. So what is your one word for 2023? Give me one word.
Mine's magic.
Ma- oh, okay. All right. Erica, one word.
I'm still struggling with that, Patrick. I have a list. It's only 3:
Okay.
obsession, offer, and monetize. But I kind of think monetize and offer might be the same thing. So I think I might go with offer because I
Okay.
want to put out more offers this year.
More offers this year. Okay. All right.
Mhm.
Zakia, one word.
Leadership.
Leadership.
Yeah.
All right. Dive down in a little bit more to that one.
I kind of stay in the background in some areas because there's that fear that we've been talking about a little bit. But I think I know that I know that I know now, which makes sense. And I think I want to come from a place of servant leadership, right?
Awesome.
So how can I serve in that leadership?
Good, 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 good. So this year, and Erica knows this because we said it at the end of last year and in the beginning of this year. For me, my word this year was what? Collaboration.
Mm.
For 2023, my word is going to be transformation.
Can
So
you
that is
dive down into that one?
sure.
Yeah, I was just about to ask
Sure.
that.
So if you look at it, right, in terms of what does transformation mean? So it's change. So
Yeah.
transforming yourself from who you were or who you are to who you will be.
So
So that
can it also mean to transform what? Okay, never mind.
go ahead.
Okay, okay, so we Erica and and I guess Zakia too. We are artists, right? So we always see things, and we're like, oh, I can see what it really is. Like Erica can see a piece of paper, and she's like, oh, let me bring out what's actually here already, right? And then for me, it's like, okay, I don't care what it is. Like I make glass, I do all kinds of things, and then but it's like things were created just like we were to be something specific. And so when you're pulling that thing out, that's like the transformation of of not changing from something to something. It's being more of what you actually are designed and created to be.
Perfect. Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. And that's it, right? But sometimes we don't know who we are at that point. We
Right.
don't know who we should be
That's why you got to
because
do the discovery, right?
it's discovery. It's a dramatic change. So transforming from one thing. So if you look at the butterfly, how does the butterfly become the butterfly?
It turns into a disgusting pulp of stuff.
So it started where?
It was a caterpillar.
Right. And then it's transformed into a beautiful butterfly.
Yes.
So it's just a matter of a dramatic change, a thorough or dramatic change, transforming from we thought that we were to who we should be, as you said, El.
Right. But my question is, wasn't the caterpillar already a butterfly? It just didn't have the skill set and the tools to fly.
There we go. There we go. Right. Right. So Zakia is already a servant and leader.
Of
She
course
has
she is.
right.
You've been doing
She
it all
has
the
it
time.
in her. So she just has to realize that I am that person.
Yes.
Erica,
Just
and I tell
acknowledge
Erica
it.
this all the time. She's excellent at what she does. She knows automation like no other.
Yes, she does. We have had such a good time this year, Erica. We should have had us a party.
We're doing it right now.
Right. So that is my one word for everyone that's watching and viewing the 30. And that is my hope that we all, as Al said, become who we should become, who we are, but we don't know that we are that person.
Mhm.
Right.
Zakia, Marlene says, I'm going to hold you to that. Okay. Oh,
Busted.
I love it.
See, that's that live thing. You are always held accountable. I
There's
think I
no
talked
going back
about that.
now.
Like, oh,
Good. So as we end, I want to thank you, ladies, for being here. You all are powerful. I've known Erica for what is it, about 2 years, a year and a half, and just to see what she's doing. Elle, of course, just seeing how Elle is she's a powerhouse, and I've just met Zakia, but I love what you're doing. I love when you pulled up the metaverse. Fantastic. I can't wait to talk to you about that. Those of you that have no idea about the metaverse, get on board because that's where it's going. So
okay,
if you don't know what metaverse
training
means,
metaverse.
look it up.
Yeah.
Any last words for our viewers and listeners?
Have a wonderful and safe Happy New Year.
Thank you, Al.
I would say set those goals and stick to it.
All right. Set those goals and stick to it. Erica?
As Zakia mentioned earlier, get to know people and build relationships.
Al said no. Lisa says this was excellent. Thank you. Thank you for watching and being an inspiration, Lisa. Great. So that's about it, folks. I want to thank these ladies for being here. They all have their individual areas of expertise. Zakia, if you want to drop, I know I have it in a promo, but if you want to tell our viewers how to contact you or reach you, go ahead and do that.
I can be found by going to www. Do you still say that? Probably not. virtualexpdesign.com, and there's a contact me form right there for you to send me a question or connect with me on LinkedIn or Facebook. My name's the same there. I would be happy to talk to you about soap making, virtual events, and bringing your business online.
All right, great. Thank you so much.
I love Zakia, you guys.
Elle, go ahead and tell us how we can be reached.
Okay, so if you are somebody who is looking to recover from an injury that has been plaguing you for a long time, That's like rotator cuff, knee injuries, all kinds of things like that, then you could go to Luxe, Luxe, Maverick.com. There's a form there. You can just fill it out, and I will be happy to follow up with you.
Great. Elle, thank you. And Erica?
Oh, I want to let people know that what Elle does with microcurrent, it actually works. She used it on me, and yes, it works. I want to let people know that you can reach me on LinkedIn, Erica Bates, Virtual Summit Strategist, and I would love it if you would subscribe to my YouTube channel, Talk Virtual.
And when is that? And when is that?
Talk Virtual is every Thursday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time.
Okay, and that's online. And Zakia, I know you have an online show for soap making. When is that?
We do Super Soap Sundays at 2 p.m. Eastern Time.
And that's live on Facebook, LinkedIn.
Not LinkedIn,
Not
Facebook,
LinkedIn.
YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter.
Okay, great. And last, we have Jessica who says, looked like a really great Facebook Live. Wish I chimed in from the start. Well, you can watch it all in replay. So it's all after this, it will be on replay. Time to go and Google Metaverse.
I have that headset. I haven't used it this whole year.
Oh.
So Zakia, just briefly tell us about this Metaverse thing, please.
Sure. So the Metaverse is the next iteration of the internet. So there's three iterations. So this would be considered Web 3.0. So initially when websites and all of that first came out, it was one way. The technology was you had to be a coder and you were just sending information out. This current generation we are in allows people to post content. So think about your social media links and all of that other stuff. The metaverse is an immersive environment for you to be able to experience the World Wide Web around you. So right now, one of the main headsets that you can use to access the metaverse is the Oculus headset. I use it for my exercise. I have a whole town in the multiverse that's known as Soap Nation as well, where some people come and buy soap. But it's the next iteration where if you've heard anything about the blockchain, cryptocurrency, and the metaverse, all of that is kind of combined into this new world of being able to experience the internet. It's not just what Mark Zuckerberg is doing with the new Meta. It was around long before he changed the name. The metaverse is really a decentralized way of being able to control your information and then experience the world around you via technology. That's a short answer. Not sure how clear I was with that, but hopefully that kind of wets your whistle on, oh yeah, I got to get that.
Okay, so my question is this: once I hook my VR, because the reason why I bought my Oculus, right, was because my girlfriend, she was using her little person when Facebook first came out with their thing to talk to people, and I was like, oh, I don't have to be on camera. I don't want to be on camera, so that was great. So then they cut it off. They just nope, it's bye. And I'm like, so what do I have this thing for? So now I'm in a situation where, okay, so am I going to get involved and something else is going to be gone again? That's what I
would say that's always a challenge with any new technology. But I think understanding the foundation of it and just building your brand there, just always think about who were those first people that were on YouTube or Facebook or whatever. Those people that are there early are able to harness the power of it much faster, and pioneers are always persecuted, right? So when you're the first, people are like, oh, what are you doing? But you're building it and you get to see it evolve. But I get you, people don't have time to waste to figure it out and all of that. But I would say set aside maybe an hour per week to just kind of put your headset on, go around in a few different lands and worlds. You can buy land. It can become very addictive. But there is a certain community building that's happening in there with people who are on Discord and all of that.
Okay. All right.
May I ask the key? Sorry.
Sorry, I was doing nothing.
Last one, Erica, go ahead.
I want to ask Zakia, would she mind doing a master class for the virtual summiteers? We got March through December open, and I would love for her to talk more about the metaverse.
Yes, for sure.
Please.
Yes.
And Zakia is coming back to us. I will be talking to her in March, the end of March.
Yes.
And Erica will be back with me, I think, beginning of March. And
16.
Elle is going to be back sometime in 2023 when her book is out. And
Yes.
we'll come back and we'll talk about that. So I want to thank you
I'm
three
probably going to do
ladies.
it in February.
In February?
Yeah, I want to be on Black History.
Okay. All right. So let me know. But they'll be back, and I will have them on a one-on-one, and we'll have a conversation about everything that they're doing and how they can help you and serve you in 2023. So thank you all for being here. Happy New Year. Go forward and accomplish those goals. And I hope for that everything that you set forth will come into fruition and you'll be successful, super successful in 2023. So thank you.
Thank you, Patrick.
For being here. All right, so we are at the end. We've gone over our 30. It's funny because Erica asked me earlier, have you thought about doing the 30 for 60 minutes? And I told her, no, we're just going to keep it 30, maybe 45. Well, we're way over that. But what an interesting conversation, a great conversation. I hope that you enjoyed it. We look forward to having you with us in 2023. I want to thank you for being part of our community, the 30 in 2022. We started this in April of 2020. We are going strong, 129 episodes, and I can't wait for 150. We will have something special for you. But we look forward to having you be part of our family in 2023. One of the goals that I have for 2023 is to continue serving you, but even serving you more. Part of what we'll be doing, you will hear me talk about our coaching. And basically, this is our leadership coaching program, which officially will get going in January 17th. And it's a 6-month program. I will put that up in the link. You can join or you can opt in for more information. But that's part of my goal. One of my goals is to give back and help leaders to become more effective, more efficient, and bottom line, be a better leader to your team. So thank you. Happy New Year. Thank you again for being here. We will see you in 2023. Be safe, and may God bless you and your family. We will see you then. Bye-bye now.